Just feeding the in-calf heifers on the spring unit. This is a 120-acre block of hilly, grassy sort of ground. Like you can see, it's all real rough stuff, but there's a lot of it here. These are down here all year round. We do cut a bit for hay down here. These all in calf. Got 75 here, so we're down a bit. So we're going to calve in down a bit, hence why we've been buying a few in. So we want to maintain that 320 odd calving in. But these, I would say, have done pretty well this year. Last year we had a few get acorns and die. But this year the acorns don't look as bad. We got there a little bit late. They were going on all right like they are at the moment, and then all of a sudden one or two started shitting a bit black, started getting a bit slow, and then by the time we got them off the field and got them on some hay and whatnot, it was too late. They just started to go downhill very slowly, and they just went down. Well, it took ages for them like to actually die. They went down for a long time. They were ill for a long time. Thought they were improving, but they didn't. These are all doing well, so we're loading these up with cake now. While I say that, they're getting about 1 kilo each. They're not a great deal, but just enough to get them hang around the pens and whatnot, ready to load them up. And we are shut down with TB at the moment, so we're TB testing every 60 days. But these are doing well, so all these are going to calve. Really, they're going to calve end of January, so these are going to calve before the cows. But they finished calving anywhere up to now really, but there's one or two only 40 days in calf, so we'll put they with the other heifers probably, or one a pen separate, and we'll only bring them into the herd when they get close. These ones here were all in calf, heavy in calf, going to calve like February, March, April. They will go in with the dry cows with the milking cows when they come in. Rightio, I'm just wrapping up the milking. Been milking on my own this afternoon, Sunday afternoon, about the 8th I think of October. The weather is great, so it's great for milking on your own. Last side in here, got 6 left. We're down on numbers because I've been working a lot of barners on, so I'm only putting 288 through. Well, still pretty good going. See, considering we calved in 323 and now we're on 288 and we're getting near the end. My son Jack is just letting the cows go. He's been helping me this afternoon. It's been a really easy, smooth milking, just like early spring when you get your first bit of sun, decent weather. It's like that, nice and fresh, but also sunny, dry. The cows coming in well. The last side going out now. I got it on camera because I've barely got a bad cow in the herd at the moment because we've had a good clear out, obviously. Got nothing with like showing any johns or anything like that. Got one with bad front foot there, but that's just happened. But then like your last cow's coming in, your last side is like spot on. Yeah, it's really good. I'm really chuffed the way it's going. But it's all to do with dry weather too. It's like this farm is great in the summer when it's dry. Well, when like it's great in the summer anyway because you've got your tracks either side. Like, I've got 600-meter tracks too, 3 actually, but 2 this side, 1 that side. Goes up through all the paddocks. All the paddocks are big and square. So the summer, the spring and summer, we get early turnout too because it's nice and dry. It's a cold starting farm. But this year we turned out 28th of January and they had a good time. It was a little bit cold, but it was dry. And then March, April was a little bit sticky in Arbor. We did have to come in for a week, I think, day and night during them. But apart from that, they go out, it's just great. But in the winter, especially now when we get in November, if we have a wet November and they've got to come in and we still want to try to get a little bit of milk out of them because we don't want to dry many off really to like Christmas Eve. We if it rains, it will be a little bit, it'd be hard work. It'd be the worst farm to be on in the winter because the other farms with the cubicles are so much better. The cubicles are so much better, it's unreal. So I didn't know that. I always thought deep there, when we went deep there, I thought I'll be alright. I'll make sure I chuck plenty of lime range, plenty of straw, better right up like rhinos. But it's not the same. You just, if you hit a bad year, it is bloody horrible. Especially when all the cows are the same stage of lactation too. So no, this parlour here, I'll tell you a bit about this parlour. I've done a video on this parlour before, but this parlour was put in quite cheap. We were on a budget. It was during COVID, so the people couldn't get rid of the parlours then, so we got him literally half the price of what he would be now. I think all in all, we put this parlour in for about 80 grand. And it is, I cannot fault anything about it. I know I built it myself, so there's a bit of sentimental value with it. Like, I've done most of the designs. Like, the builder come up and like showed us a thing or two, and then the bloke who put the parlour in, he also showed us what was what. But I said, like, you know, straight through feeders and rump rails and all that, and slope the concrete this way and God knows what, because the levels are completely wrong on this shed. Like, they've got to go down a bit of a ramp out there, and they've got to go down a little bit of a downhill actually into the parlour here. So like, it's all way out, but it does not restrict cow flow. Now this is one of the best things I've done, because we were going to go for like traditional feeders, single feeders, but we got one long trough. Now, like, you can't say, like, the cow what's here, obviously, he's going to lean over and eat a bit of his mates if he's a greedy bugger. But it doesn't happen that much when it's in properly and you've got your rail set properly. And the feeders are, like, nice and cheap and, like, quick, and I can't, like, fault these feeders, really. Like, if you wanted an individual feed, then obviously it ain't going to work. But they are really, really good. They're so basic, it's unreal. You just pull a rope here in the parlour, feeds 4 time, and then a ball in here goes up and the cake drops down, and the ball falls back down, and you fill it back up. Really, really basic, but really, like, any problems you get with them, anything ever breaks down, you can literally fix it yourself. And the same with all these parlour units too. It's pretty straightforward. The milk meters on it are, you know, there ain't much I don't know how to get a unit working now. You got your milk meter here, one diaphragm milk meter. We got milk meters and ACRs. We weren't going to have ACRs and milk meters, but they were selling off at the time, so we had them. And that's good. We would have survived without them. I've milked on parlours before without ACRs, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually faster, because you got to go to the, on these swing over parlours, most of the time they're going to the front and the cow's nearly done anyway, and I'm just swinging them straight over. So ACRs don't make a massive difference. They are good handy to have, especially like now I'm doing a video, because I ain't got to keep an eye on this slow cow, he's just going to pull himself off. And the milk meters, you know, I wouldn't say they're 100% accurate. They are pretty accurate. He's good 10 litres, this one so far. This one here, he's only milked for 2 minutes and gives 5.7, so not a great deal. But it's good to have a milk meter, especially now, because if I've got any cows not giving a lot and whatnot, I ain't got to get the old, on the old parlour, we had to get their Wakito milk things in and put them in, what was a bit hard going. But no, it's really good going. It, like, yeah, we're built on a budget, so we put the cheap gates on the front and back, but they run off an air compressor, so we can use it with the parlour turned off. I'd have a scissor gates next time, but I think that's an extra 3.5 grand a gate more. So this was all right. Yeah, honestly, the way it was too good to be true when we first got going on it. Just everything went really smooth. And this is like 4 years ago now, and he still looks like brand new now, this parlour. He's gone really, really well. And I can just fly the old parlour. See, he was an 8-a-side single pulsation job, and it took us about 5 hours of milking to milk the cows. And now, an hour and a half, I filled 288 cows. In 320 in the spring, it's going to be about 2.5 hours. But with 2 of us in here, it's just smooth running. But today, Tim's got the day off, and it's just me and my kids. And I've just easily milked with no stress. It's pretty smooth. Like I said, the weather has helped out. You know, it's nothing worse when it's raining all the time. I'd have to spend a bit more time washing them off and whatnot. But it's good going. I'm just really chuffed with the way it's going. Right, that's it. They're done. The air compressor gates here. One opening now, and off they go. See, I ain't got to drive them out. They just walk out. I barely ever got to use the stick in here. Actually, they just walk in, walk out. As smooth as anything. What helps is the parlour is facing out towards where they go at night. They just walk out round here and up into the fields, and you can't see on camera, but the cows can actually see the cows walking up the track into the paddocks from up there. So this week is Sunday now. Tomorrow it's going to be a busy week ahead. We've got a lot of people got today off, because tomorrow and the rest of the week is going to be really busy. We're going to be disking their maize grinding, get that back down the grass. It's getting late now, but it's warm, so I don't think we've got a problem there. We've reseeded right at the 3rd of November before, and that's worked out all right. I know every year is different, but we're going to get it a go anyway. Gonna do that, we're gonna do hedge cutting, we might do a little bit more grass. We've got to do a lot of PDing of the in-calf heifers. We're gonna move a lot of heifers and a lot of young stock down on the wetter ground. And I'm also gonna move a lot more like dry cows and whatnot to get through this week, and just keep an eye on the weather really, because as soon as it does turn wet, we might actually have to start bringing some of the young stock in. We're gonna try to string it out a bit, but it's better to bring in the bigger ones and let the little ones run over the ground because they won't make much damage. So that's what we're going to do. Right, we are all done. Just checking all the gates everywhere because there's no one up here tonight. So all the cows got to make sure all double gates everywhere, backup gates and whatnot, because like it'd be my fault if cows get out. Got this post banger this year. We've just put on the back of this tractor. Tim's going to put the silage in with it tomorrow. Also going to go and do a bit of post banging, some gate posts and whatnot. Got knocked off, rotted off, what have you. It's good weather for it. So we're going to do that. We also got the trail topper up here, topping any docks and thistles what are left over. And then we're wrapping things out. Also, I've washed my truck off today. Every Sunday I wash my truck off. Right, we're ready to go, aren't we, Jack?
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll. Done all the gates?
Yeah.
Good man. Every Sunday I clean my truck off, don't I? Like going in a Monday morning with a clean truck for some reason. I can't be the only person what does that, can I? Is it just me what's a little bit weird, or does anybody else do that?
I think a few other people.
Right, let's go. Right, so when I get back from the organic farm, it's just up over there. I do about 1.5 miles along the main road up the top over the tower there, and then I'll come down through the woods here, down here. So really fast. It's literally about 7 minutes, I think, if there's no traffic, and sometimes there's some traffic. I have a little walk around this herd now, see what's going on. See, we've got this tractor on the pusher upper at the moment, so the two big tractors must be out working at the moment. Plenty of grub down the barrier. These are still in day and night because we've got plenty of young stock down here to run around the fields. They seem to be settled in and they're milking really well. This is the first time I've seen these today. I haven't been here during milking times, but I have been in between, but I haven't been in this actual shed. It's all seem to be settled in well though. Some fresh sand's been put in today too. But they're all full up. They're all stuffed. And they're happy. I'm down here. So I'm done on the spring unit now. I'm done till Tuesday. I'll probably go there tomorrow if I get time in between. But I'm going to be down here 3:30 tomorrow morning to dry these cows out, scrape up, put 2 loads of silage surrounding, and that's that done till the afternoon. And all we've got to do is sweep up here in the afternoon, push the silage down, do the milking. And then the 2 big tractors, they'll be out working, hedge cutting, disking, power harrowing. And also Tim's going to go post ramming, and we also got a bit of mowing to do for round bells, and we're just going to move some cattle about. We've got 1 quad bike broke at the moment, got 1 tractor broke with our blue. My truck's been fixed, he's been broke all last week. And the Polaris Ranger, he's broke on the back axle. I'm waiting for some parts to come for it. Plenty of breakdowns, plenty of fixing stuff to do, but it is what it is. That's farming for you. It's not about the cows, it's about fixing everything, I find.